Alive.
Alright everybody, welcome to the second and probably final prelude for the Rogue Trader game. It's going to be upcoming here in July. It's going to have players Raven, Tet, Bo, and Zypher all included for some good old space romps in 40k. This is going to be the prelude. Previous prelude, if anyone's following, had been focused on Raven and Tet, or Lord Thorn and Aeneas Odenathus, I believe is how I pronounced it, respectively. They're both going through a change in leadership that sort of sets the stage for the main campaign. This is going to follow Helios Khan and Darius Mordicus. Both will come under the service of Lord Thorn, probably one way or the other here, but this is their story, what's going to happen as far as their prelude. So without further ado, and this is Bo as Darius and Zypher as Helios Khan. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into it. I've got some stuff to read. Okay. Humanity is in shambles. As the God Emperor sits inert on the golden throne, the Imperium of Man begins to crumble around the edges. But humanity persists. Even in the death throes of the Imperium, humanity searches the stars for hope. Many say that in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. But this is not wholly true. There is also deceit, destruction, despair, and profit. The life of a rogue trader, an explorer, a noble of the Imperium, is one rife with perilous exploration and devilish deeds. Some, perhaps, are noble and good souls who do what is necessary, while others see their warrant as a means to selfish ends. All those that serve beneath them are pieces on a chessboard, a never-ending and deadly game, with the rewards being power and the punishment being death. The Cronus Expanse is the latest piece of barely explored space that is ripe for the lustful ideas of rogue traders. This is one such story, a story about the illustrious House Thorn and those that serve under their name. But this particular story is about no noble trader or house. No, this is a tale of a man betrayed. A mercenary, dutiful in his efforts, completes a contract and expects a reward. He is given tranquilizers instead, and sold off to disappear forever. Here we follow the dark soul known as Darius Mordicus, a man who has stared down many dangers of the sector without fearful sweat upon his brow. Despite his capability, he now finds himself in unfamiliar territory, bound and disoriented. Little does he know the terror that awaits in the lab of Ivo, or the offer that will change his life forever. And a bit more. You awake in a room of many devices and beakers. Constant beeping seems to resonate throughout the room. A group of figures, some armed with clipboards and others with autoguns, stand nearby at a console. A familiar face fills the monitor, and that face is yours. It appears that it is reading, it's just a system that's reading your vitals. You see, every time your heart pulses, there's a beep. You are bound to this slab, Darius, head, arms, and legs.
Darius lays upon the slab, feels the cold against his back. His brow is drenched in sweat, and his hairless head is just beaded with blood, perhaps from what's happened before. He has a broken tooth as he clenches his jaw and struggles at his binds. Ooh, who did this to me? Let me out of here. Do it now, or you'll rue the day you were born. He struggles at it, and his jugular vein pops out on his neck, and he can't move his head, so instead his His eyes, his two bloodshot, lusty eyes, pair about the room, looking for someone to put his vengeance upon.
One of the men armed with auto guns here raises it for him. Dr. Grau, he's awake, sir. Ah. See this man turn around. He appears rather frail. He has an apparatus sort of walking him around. The other two scientists, you can see this out of the corner of your eye fairly clearly. The other two scientists kind of go back to their notes. Oh, your weapon, soldier. This phone will not be a problem. He sort of observes you. Ah, yes. Mr. Morticus, welcome. Welcome to my establishment here in the Coronis Expanse. I trust you had a good nap.
I feel like I've had the worst hangover I've had in ages. Come here, I'd like to whisper something into your ear.
I have enhanced hearing, silly. You can speak to me from anywhere. Tell me all about what you're feeling, Mr. Morticus. Do you feel disoriented? Drugged, perhaps? It must have been good wine.
Perhaps a little disoriented, because those who betrayed me in the past, well, they no longer draw breath. That indeed is what you draw. He looks over to him and says, pitiful little thing, can't even walk on your own two legs. Disgrace.
Ah, yes, but yet you end up in my capture, my comforting care and embrace to take care of you for the rest of however long you survive these procedures. Ah. And he sort of like rubs his hands together and looks all excited. Oh, we will do wonderful things with you, Mr. Morticus. You have quite the constitution.
I've always been able to hold my liquor and deal with assholes.
I see. Perfect. Because we're going to put you through all the trials, and he kind of runs one of his apparatuses, like little fingers across your head. All the trials we could possibly put you through. We will test your resolve.
Hurry up, get it over with.
Oh, so eager. Igor, Svensson, scientist, one of the guards. They roll over another table over to the side, one on wheels. This one's sort of bolted in the floor. The one on wheels has, see if you can roll me a tech use.
Okay.
Or would this be knowledge? I'll go tech use or not.
Knowledge? Let me find it here. I apologize for my slowness.
Oh no, so click on skill test and just
Yep.
use tech use actually. We'll see if that'll do for this one.
S T. I'm looking. Strength, toughness. Those are my attributes. Skills: melee, thrown, speak language, secret tongue, celestial lore, survival, swim. Not tell me.
That's alright. So
Basic
yeah, so
skills.
no, so you when you click on your token, and there should be a skill test thing at the top.
Oh, I didn't know you had macros. Look
Yep.
at you. Look at you.
Oh, tech gave them all to me, so I can't take credit for any of this. I plugged them in, but I got the template, got the knowledge.
So it's under tech, right? Tech use. There we go. All right,
Yep.
boom. No modifiers.
Nope. Ooh. So you're not exactly sure what's on this table. It appears to be a limb of some kind. You're not really sure what. You haven't had a lot of experience with cybernetics. And just for reference, all of your body is flesh at this point.
Oh, at this point, it's good. What is that thing, P-Brain? Doesn't look wholly natural to me.
Oh, it is not. You have a good eye. No, this is a experimental development of ours. We like to push the boundaries of science and experimentation, something that is frowned upon in the Imperium. This will be good. This is going to make you even better, stronger, faster. Yes, this will be good for you. This is the first step of, well, several. And, they're like, there's another scientist walking over here, and he's looking over your right arm, and he's sort of making, little marks on it with this, this marker. Spacing it out.
Whatever you do, egghead, be sure to do it correctly. And don't mar the tattoos. And after you're done with this arm, know it's going to be the thing that breaks your scrawny little neck.
He is a feisty one. Wisdom may be the first successful full procedure we ever have.
I'm full of surprises.
I certainly hope so. Now, and he goes and touches some knobs. I want you to count back from 100 for me.
How do I know how to count?
It's up to you.
Yeah, he starts at 100, 99, fuck you, 97, 96, fuck you a second time, 95, 94.
By the time you get to 93, you're done. Out. You pass out, and on the side of the screen you see a couple of the guards bringing over a rather large saw and positioning it next to your arm as it revs up. The scene fades.
They gave me anesthesia.
Some time passes. You sleep mostly peacefully for the most part. Then you're awakened. By the sounds of gunfire.
Ah, what is that? Oh, I thought I was just having a pleasant dream. Wakes up. He's still bound to the table.
Oh yeah. I got one last thing to read here. You wake to a persistent blare of alarm and a splitting headache. What's more, your arm feels different, though your head is held in place by a device. You cannot see the source of this discomfort. The door slides open and a shambling figure enters the room. So as you're bound here, the door kind of slides open. You hear gunfire in the background. And you see an individual walk in looking very disheveled, battered, busted, and rather bloody. And it begins to lurch slowly towards you.
Hey, you! What's going on here?
It's rather silent. Dragging across the ground.
Not much room for conversation, are you? I'll look around for anything I can use to try to break out of my binds.
Go ahead and roll an awareness. So you're looking around and trying to work your way out of your binds, and you don't see anything right off the bat. And this thing begins to inch closer and closer. And as it gets closer, you can clearly see that there is something rather wrong with this individual. His mouth is hanging ajar, his eyes are sunken into his head, and he does not blink. He barely appears to be breathing as he's coming towards you. He's riddled with bullet holes, more bullet holes than you've ever seen him, and even people you've put into the ground have been shot less than this, and he is. But through the door, you hear rushing footsteps. Three men appear. And Mr. Khan.
Mr. Khan raises his bolt pistol and tries to shoot this shambling mound in the head.
Right. So I'll give you a. We'll do this one cinematic, no problem. So you come in, blast this thing. His head explodes, falls on the ground. No brains left to speak of, and a pool of blood forms on the floor.
Get that man out of those chains. This place is coming down. We need to leave.
Oh, you heard the man. Get me out of these chains. That's the best idea I've heard all day. What the hell is that thing?
But sir, he's an experiment. Shouldn't we put them down?
He doesn't look like the rest of them for now.
Can I roll an awareness or some sort of thing into Darius to see, what kind of a state or shape he is in?
Yeah, sure you can. You can. There's actually a monitor nearby if you want to use that.
Right. So Helios kind of walks up to the monitor, takes a moment to look.
Yeah, give yourself a plus 30 bonus for this one since you're using this vitals monitor. You're not trained medically, but you can probably understand some basic information on the screen.
So run Medicaid or?
Awareness, because you're just looking at medical stuff on a screen. Yeah, there you go. Vitals look normal. Bit of elevated heart rate right now, but other than that, nothing outstanding. Clean bill of health, no diseases or anything like that.
Yes.
Cybernetic arm fully installed, no rejection.
He is not turned yet. He might still be of use to us. Release him now.
Yes, sir. They kind of run up and look a bit hesitant. One of these guys is the guards that was in here with you earlier.
Wait.
They begin to. Oh.
You there. What is your name?
Pointing to Darius.
My name is Darius Mordicus. What's your name? Never mind, I don't care. Just free me.
We shall free
and I'll call it.
But on one condition for now. You don't know what's out there. So, till you gauge it, do not take any rash actions. Deal.
Will you give me a weapon?
You shall have one in time. Deal.
Looks down his arms. These are enough for now. And I quite like this new one, I think. Deal.
Very well then. Release him.
We're both gonna sore throats tomorrow.
And they unleash your binds. One of them slides a key card, and everything kind of unshackles. They kind of backstep a bit nervously.
Darius sits up and rubs his forearms where there are ligature marks on them that have been pressed into his flesh and some abrasions, and kind of sits on the side of the gurney and says, "You point the way, and I'll bring the ruckus."
Well. Seems we have found quite a handful in you. Indeed, that's what we need for this fight up ahead.
Is there anything more I can tell him before we head out about the scene? Or...
That's up to you. If you want to level. Oh, you mean...
like, what to expect once we stepped out? Like, since I came out from the outside, like anything that I would have seen that I can...
Yeah, I'll give you some basic stuff. Hold on.
Okay.
Here you are.
Well, we need to be quick, and we need to be fast. You might see some oddities out there. If it ain't human, kill it. And don't let it get anywhere near you.
You don't have to tell me twice. He kind of gets up and walks across the room where the shambling figure was exploded. Darius wipes some of the dead thing's muck off of his face and flings onto the ground. Before he heads out, kind of looks around the lab for anything he can use as a weapon.
So your equipment was actually just put away in a stowaway chest over here in the corner. You saw them
He remembers
doing that,
so,
yeah.
So he casually walks over to where the footlocker is, kind of kicks it, pops open. He brings out let's see what I got. I think I
Hell
got
gun and a sword.
a big sword and a hell gun. He says, "Let's go."
And the lab guards are obviously looking on nervously now, especially because they've just got auto guns.
You two, in front of me now.
Darius kind of, as they walk past him, like because of the words he said before, he kind of gives him a look that like a cat would give a canary.
Open it.
Darius falls in on Helos' left side, on his left side.
So these guys open up the door.
Brings the ruckus to the ladies.
And you guys head out into the hallway. And I'm hoping dynamic lighting is working correctly.
Yes.
It's dark, but yeah, it's good.
Alright. They sort of head out and they actually go one on either side of you guys and around. And... Oh, it appears clear for now, sir.
Okay. When I came into this room, did I come in from the north or from the south?
You came in from the north.
Okay. So, in an attempt to retrace his steps back.
This way. Keep an eye out. The power seems to be out.
You know, in the north end is a security center as well as a control area. But it's it kind of dead ends in there.
Into the control and security area.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Darius walks forward and his gun kind of sweeps in front of him, left to right, to left to right. as I don't know, like the very dim lighting of the area makes it impossible to see any more than a few feet ahead of them.
Would I know
I'm actually gonna adjust sight a bit.
a general direction in which the... Okay, let's take a step back a bit. Would I know, you can whisper, would I know where I am? Like if it's a planet, an asteroid, a ship?
Yes, you do. So no worries about the whispers. As far as where you're at, this is sort of a hidden base that, as far as you understand, Ivo didn't build. He bought from some pirates and then retrofitted with all his equipment. This is in the Coronis Expanse, actually not far from Port Wander, surprisingly, which Port Wander's like the big. So he just kind of found an asteroid. Was like, yeah, this looks good. Bought it from some pirates that were kicking shit out there, and retrofitted it into making it this big facility that he just pretty much does things he shouldn't do at.
Cool. And would I know, so north of me is the command and security center, and the power is out. Would I know the general direction in which there would be like the hangars?
Right. So what that would be, you'd be heading south,
Okay.
General direction. There are not too many doors down that corridor, so it's one of those doors.
Okay, cool.
They had to go to. There are 3 other rooms you haven't cleared. So the northmost door in this hall is where you came from. You just came out of the door that you saw right there. This one is supposed to be a experiment area, some sort of testing area for something. You're not really sure. You're not 100% sure of all the experiments being done because the scientists in here are very petty and tight-lipped about what they're doing, except when it's to Ivo and he confronts them directly. So pretty much he just gets together a bunch of degenerates and they do dirty things here.
Okay. So knowing that the hangar is towards the south somewhere, and to the north is just the command center.
Well, the command center would be useless now, without power. Let's move south. There are hangars there. Get a ship and get off this base.
At your direction, Savior.
Move out.
Understood, sir. Did you want me to activate my my light?
Yes. And you behind, keep up. Activate your light as well.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys there because they've got some glow globes. Let me see if I can fix the angle correctly here. Yep, looks good. I have to turn this guy around, but it looks good. Move him. How's that look?
Perfect. Nice.
Alright. Okay, so they start moving.
Human flashlights. That's all they're good for.
Sir, I was getting comms till a moment ago, and it's one in the back. I'm not getting any comms now. I don't know if we're on our own or not.
What was the last thing you heard?
Dr. Ivo was making for the hangar bays. He was putting together a defense, trying to get as many scientists out as he could.
Well, that's where we are headed then.
Understood, sir.
Is that gunfire coming up ahead of us?
It's pretty much all around. There's just a fighting retreat going on.
Darius just like kind of chambers some rounds in this.
left or right? Take the right. Head south.
Understood.
You first.
He just looks at you nervously.
And then he looks to the guard at the back.
You, stand guard here. If somebody were to attack us from the rear, shoot first, ask questions later.
Yes, sir. Will do. This guard proceeds to open the door, and inside is a fairly grisly scene. And what you see an individual on a table, many wires and cables hooked up to him. They actually bring that guard in here since he would have technically been the first one in. And you see in here is it's much the same as the area where Mordecus was put at. There's a lot of monitors and things like that, but differences being that clearly something horrible has happened in here. There are scientists strewn about, dead. One is just most of their throats. So go ahead and actually, if you guys want to roll me awareness to look at these corpses, sort of get a better sense of what's going on. Right, Darius. So Darius, you haven't had a lot of exposure to what's going on here as far as what exactly is happening. You only know what Helios told you and what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
But that scientist that came in, that person that came into your room, it looked like something was clearly wrong with them, diseased or something wrong. The guys in here seem fine, but all of their throats have been slit or shot or one way or another. They've all been wounded, but these are all wounds that you recognize in your line of work. There's nothing that appears unnatural about these wounds. Meanwhile, there is a lone scientist frantically typing on a keyboard over across the room next to this table.
He's the only one obviously alive.
Yes. Well, he and the subject on the table, who appears to be breathing.
Darius says, "Look alive, Savior." He doesn't know Helios' name yet. He goes, "I've got a score to settle with this one." And he enters in through this door up here and levels his hell gun over the monitors towards Ivo. Says, "Hey, surprise, surprise! I'm awake, pea-brain."
Alright, this isn't Ivo, but it is one of his researchers.
Oh, Ivo's scientist, okay.
Yeah. It says, "Who are you?" And he's frantically, he's got a las pistol in his hand, shaking, and he's got it raised, and he's pointing it between the three of you. "Why are you here?"
"First of all, put down the damn slingshot. There's 3 of us and 1 of you, or you're gonna end up with your blood splattered all over this place. Well, like these unfortunate souls. Tell us what's going on."
"I already splattered their blood. I'm not afraid to splatter yours. This research has to be destroyed. No more. It has to stop here."
What is the research? Answer the question.
Answer the question here. Chink, chink.
Ooh, this sounds intimidating.
Yeah, Khan would definitely be intimidating.
I would intimidate.
Go ahead.
Let's see who's most intimidating.
One of you can, if one of you wants to assist the other, you can give him a +5. So whichever one of you is.
Mine's 50.
Let me see, I'll make sure that's how that works for assists. I believe it does.
Yeah,
Using
go ahead with
action.
your intimidate. I will assist.
Okay, then let me see if I have any like special abilities or anything, because this is my wheelhouse here. Don't think so.
Remember, fate points as well allow you to re-roll.
Okay, yeah, I'll just roll. I'll just roll it here.
Okay.
50-50 plus I got a bonus. So what's the bonus?
It should be a +5. Let me just make sure, because I know that I know that there's an actual thing on assisting.
So just put 5 in the positive dice after you select your attribute.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go.
It's 4 degrees of success. That's really good. So this guy is scared shitless of Darius. The research. He sort of lowers his pistol a little bit. It's not pointing it directly at you now after you you said what you said. So we were trying to make an individual who could, well, it was along the lines of tech priests. A man who can communicate with machines, mostly metal, but more organically. An improvement upon those from Mars. They were slaves to a doctrine. This would have been our first foray into one who can operate outside of that moniker. But we went too far. We used one of our own. As far as tech priests are concerned, you'd both know that tech priests are sort of they're the Imperium's reigning authority on technology for the most part, and they're some of the few who know how to handle all this old ancient tech, because tech's kind of stagnated in this universe. There's no real new improvements anymore, so everything has to be rigorously maintained, and they're basically the authority, cult of Mars. But this subject is too much free will is a bad thing. No, we shouldn't have done it in the first place. It couldn't be controlled. And with what's happening now, and he sort of gestures around, I couldn't let this research go with anyone.
How does the subject look on the table? Is it like powered down, or is it struggling?
No, it's very much awake. It hasn't said anything since you've come into the room. It's been very quiet. You're not sure. It's hard to tell facial expression because most of the face is metal, but it's been very quiet as it's been laying there. It is restrained and bound.
What about
It
you
appears to be
on the
awake.
table? What do you say to all this? Free will?
Indeed. Free will. Many fear what they cannot control.
What would you do if let loose? Kill us all?
Attempt to be free.
How far away is this gunshots now? Like, yeah, Darius would ask him, "What's going on with the fight, with the battle? You know, has the ship been boarded? Like, what's going on here? Are we on a ship? We're on a ship, yeah."
Or an asteroid, pretty much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think he's told you that though.
Well, Darius, I've always been busy on this base. Lots of experiments have gone awry, like this one here. And his scientists are desperately trying to shut them down. Aren't you?
And he looks to the scientist at the console.
Our work cannot leave this place. It would mean death or worse if the Inquisition found out. Certainly you know that.
Yes. Well,
He kind of looks to the subject, he looks to the scientist.
what do you suggest, Darius? You were in a position like this, weren't you? Bound.
Indeed, I was. Well, my first instinct is to blow this. I don't know how cursing is in this universe, but
Do whatever you want.
blow this motherfucker's head off. I know I'd like to do that. Although I would feel some small pity because his body is so frail and unable. But then again, he might be of some use to us getting off this rock. You there, scientists. Hand over your weapon. Come here. We might just let you live out the long days of your pitiful life.
Didn't you hear what I said? And he's terrified as he's saying this. He's trying to bring the gun up, but he just doesn't have the heart. I killed all these men to prevent this secret from coming out. This research and this thing, he points the gun at the subject and brings it back to you. It all has to be destroyed.
Do you think I care one little bit about your damn research? I don't give a shit. I just want to get off this rock, and I want to get the money that was owed to me and never paid.
Weighing his odds here, because the lab guard also, now the guy who came with you, Helios, is, so we really threatened one of the staff.
Well, it's either that or we leave him here. What do you suggest, God? You want to leave your friend here? And it looks like he killed the rest of his friends. How does that look to you, God? So, execute him, or leave him, or let him help us get out of here. What do you suggest?
On the table, I could help you escape.
Oh, you can you?
Darius turns to his left. Finally, a voice of reason here. Hey, you! The scientist here says you have one modicum of free will. I guess that's all we need. Put into our service, we'll be handsomely rewarded, no doubt.
So long as my reward is to leave this place, I care not. Scientist. No! No, you can't! You cannot leave! I'm nearly done. Please. You don't understand. But he's... Oh, man.
Helios just picks up his pistol and shoots at the scientist. Though he misses, he shoots nonetheless.
Oh, no. So, for that, so here's what we'd have here, because I want to make sure we get the... Because I think you will hit, and here's why. Because so this gives me a chance to explain sort of attack modifiers and stuff, which is good.
Okay.
So, let me roll, just for this sake, I'll roll his awareness. As far as for the scientist. Is it gonna roll? Let's try one more time. There you go. So he failed, so he didn't catch your hand going up with a gun. So you apply modifiers. So for a standard attack, let's see. And standard attacks don't provide any bonuses, but you're in short range and you surprise them. So that would have been surprise. I think is plus 20 or 30, and this is the only part of it that takes some time. So surprise is plus 30, then a plus 10 from short range. So that's a plus 40 modifier to that attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that you easily made that.
Yep. So as Helios is as Darius is talking to the subject, and Helios has posed that question to the guard who may be kind of pondering what the right answer is, and the scientist is being a douchebag. Helios is not a full frontal assault kind of person. He uses the environment, the situation to mask his true intention. And when he feels that the scientist is a little distracted with Darius's suggestion and the subject talking, he kind of from his holster pulls out his bolt pistol and shoots the scientist. I'm not sure if it can be a headshot or if it's an instant kill, but he shoots to kill.
So you shoot him and you hit his leg. I think is what that would be. 55 might be torso actually. This is the only thing this is figuring out.
Okay.
You can see on the sheet. So, 55 is in fact bodies. You blast this scientist in the body, and it shreds him. He's not quite dead, but he is beat up. You see blood fly out, and because bolt pistols have exploding rounds, so his body, and he's backing up, reeling back. Pistol clatters to the ground.
My reflex would just be this, just swing my Helga ever so slightly to the right.
Alright, go ahead.
And
So you get a plus 10 for short range. Oh man.
never mind. Miss.
Somebody meant. Oh, you're reliable, so it's not a jam yet. So roll a d10. See what jams.
Oof.
It doesn't. So you just ever so slightly miss and blow a hole in the the side of the room with your hell gun.
Whoops! Finger slipped off the trigger there. Must have been anesthesia.
The lab guard, just hearing a gunshot on reflex as well. Lab guard turns, shoots a couple rounds off, drops the scientist. He said, "No!" It collapses in a heap.
Keeping my weapon trained on the subject, I'm gonna go over and just with his right hand just undo his binds.
I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but he was unhinged, clearly.
He was unhinged. We're all unhinged. Look at we're surrounded by blood, dead scientists, and I don't know whatever this thing is now.
Helios
We're gonna free him.
looks to the guard and he says,
Look around you. What do you think is happening here? It's every man for himself. You're no longer an employee of Ivo. If you're lucky, you may die here. If you're unlucky, you may live and be trapped. And when the Inquisition comes, what do you think is gonna happen? Who do you think they're gonna first turn on?
I like what this Helios says, or the Savior says. Stick with us, God, and you might live.
The choice is yours. You want to survive, or you want to live and escape from here?
I just want to be gone from this place. Just want to gulps and can't look at this anymore, and he walks out in the hallway.
Helios kind of moves up to the subject.
It's your turn now. You said we could escape. You help us, and we don't stand in your way. Do as you wish.
We have an agreement. He stands up and I do not know my name, but they called me Subject I-26.
Then I-26 you shall be, till you use a name that you find familiar.
Very well. Shall we proceed?
Indeed.
Darius just says, kind of echoing what he said to the guard earlier. After you.
Alright. So we go back out into the hallway there. Getting cramped.
That was the only door there, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And when we took that right turn up ahead, to the left, was it a dead end or we just didn't go that way?
There was a dead end.
Okay.
Yep.
Lead on.
Alright, so there's only one door at the end of this hall, so I'll go ahead and get you onto the next screen here. Let me just get these losers.
when we get to the door, is that you said that's the only door, right?
Right.
How big
That's
is
the only
that
other
door? Standard size or larger?
Yeah, it's standard size.
Okay, so what Helios is going to do is he's going to ask both the guards to kind of lead, open the door and go in, and then he and Darius is going to follow. And he's going to tell I-26 to kind of hang back.
I-26, stand behind us. You two, up front.
Understood. And they'll stack up on the door. And go through. Make sure I got dynamic lighting on here. I do, apparently.
Are those bionic arm stats already added in? I forget if I did or.
They are.
Okay.
Should be.
Ah.
Dynamic lighting good?
Yep.
Alright, good. Bit more lit in here.
Move up.
So you're going through and you hear the occasional break in comms and the occasional break in comms. So, pouring through. Can't hold back. Just breaking in and out constantly.
Darius is kind of following the guards and has his held gun at the ready. Kind of strays to his left as he covers this corner. Is that a wall there?
Right here?
Yes. Or is it all open? Like, can you see into there?
You let's see if I fucked up, and then I'll tell you. It should be closed.
Yeah, I think I forgot to put a wall there.
Oh, it's showing up. That's weird. Huh.
One way to, you know, you can do the Control L. So when you're like making your game, if you click a token like a player token, you hit Control L, you can see what the player sees. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, for me, I can't see into that area. That's weird.
That's fine. That's RP it.
That's weird. Whatever. You guys are heading through and splitting the path. So which way?
You go north.
And he points to one guard to go north. The other guy points to go.
You go south. Tell me what you see.
Understood. He cuts by it. Lots of blood. And a door.
You to the north. What do you see up there?
A couple doors and blood. I think it's this way. Start seeing him press a couple buttons on console. And the door slides open. I can't move it, jeez. Oh man, I really need to work on my dynamic lighting skills. This is bad.
It's okay.
If you want to make sure, make sure that I don't have permission on other tokens. I wonder if that was the case. Like maybe if I watched a game or something.
You shouldn't.
No,
You know,
Helios can also see a few things that maybe I shouldn't be seeing yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
maybe
so Helios,
What?
click on your token and hit Control L, and it should cut it down. Does that work?
that's weird that it's doing that. All players. Oh, that might be why.
You have all players see light on.
Ah. See.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Perfect.
There we go.
Man, now we know. All right.
The other thing you might want to click on is only update on drop, because otherwise the players can move their token around the map, and we don't care. We're good players. We're not going to cheat, but you can move your player around the map and see. And then also I always click on restrict movement.
So that way,
you can't move through a wall.
Yeah, see right now if I just move my token, I can see places.
I got you. Restrict movement.
Restrict movement and only update on drop. Set those both.
Okay.
Those almost should always be clicked.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Now
sweet.
I can't do
There we
anything.
go.
I can't see anything.
Awesome.
Now it's better.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorted.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing. This door opens up, and you hear this guardsman up there. Oh God!
Darius kind of moseys up that way. Kind of goes to the left.
He starts vomiting.
Is that door open?
Yeah, it is. Or the one on the left?
Yeah, but the one to the north, I don't think it is. Because we
Okay.
can't go through.
Oh. Okay. Sort that. Get that. Oh, there we go. And what you see is just this massive bloated form of something just on the ground, stomach contorting and jerking about. And now we're going to learn a little bit about something called corruption. So let me find corruption here. So corruption is something that just basically affects all characters. And if you get too many, they start to have lasting effects on you. Basically, it's testing your morality, your inner compass, things like that. And what happens is whenever you see such horrific things like this, it's usually either going to be a fear or corruption check. This actually may be better suited for fear because of how horrifying it is. Just the nature of what you see, and even you've seen nothing like this, Darius, before. So we're gonna make a fear check, and how to make fear checks is you're gonna roll. It's a willpower test. Yes.
Okay.
So it's a willpower test. Now this is not. We're gonna do a bit of a different kind of fear test. Most things are at least like just straight willpower test. This is gonna be a fear plus 10. Because again, this thing is dead. So it's gonna be willpower plus 10. This thing is dead, whatever it was. But just the sheer shock of seeing something like this.
Then I have also resistance fear, so I get another 10.
Right. So you'd be at plus 20. Helios would be at plus 10 unless Helios is jaded or something, in which case he doesn't have to roll.
Where would that be, jaded?
It should be under your talents.
No.
Okay, so it's a plus 10 willpower roll. If you have resistance fears, plus 20.
There's something called I need to put more notes on it. There's something called nerves of steel. And spear.
That has to do with pinning, avoiding pinning and
Okay.
pinning tests.
And then the
something
spear,
else.
the insane.
Bonuses to interaction with crazy people.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And then, so it's plus 10. So just roll willpower. Click on willpower and plus 10.
Ooh.
Is that correct? What I just did?
Yeah, it's correct. That's a bad roll, though.
Okay.
So we just that's
That's on the sheet, unfortunately. I don't have
that's on the sheet. Okay.
Yeah. Those are rare. You do have fate points.
Willpower, and I get 20.
So you pass yours. Alright. And you're gonna keep that result, Zephyr?
How? I mean, can I remove 3 degrees of bad success?
Oh, you can re-roll if you spend a fate point,
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yep.
1 minute. Where is my fate points?
and those replenish between sessions. So I'd highly recommend using those for
Okay.
this one.
So which of
Don't
these
look
is?
like you get afraid. Don't get afraid in front of Darius.
Yeah, which of these is fate points? The blue or the green?
So neither one of those are keeping track on fate. Actually, we're just gonna do it in the sheet.
Okay.
So
I just want to know how much I have before I roll.
right, so it's next to your wounds on the sheet. You have 5. You have a lot of fate.
Okay, so then I'm going to burn 1.
Turn it to put your current to 4, and then leave your total at 5. So you got 4 out of 5 fate points. You can only attempt 1 reroll per check.
Okay.
But this might be just because it's a good example to show how you can use fate.
Perfect. Willpower plus 10.
Hey, that's much
Ooh,
better.
Nice.
There you go.
So yeah, neither one of you are terribly bothered by what you see before you, though the guardsman clearly is, and he's kind of frozen in fear looking at it. And
Helios for a moment is kind of like shocked, and he kind of, he holds the bridge of his nose, closes his eyes, and he remembers he's actually seen worse in the brief interaction he had with a specific thing that he won't mention. And he's like, so looks like the experiments have really gone awry.
I'd say so. Darius goes up and slaps the shoulder of the guard. What's wrong there, soldier? Look like you're about to lose your lunch. Picked you are? Well, listen here. We all got guts. We all decompose. We all get sick. We all waste away when time goes by. Plug up your nose and soldier forth before we all die. And for some of us, it winks at him, it might come sooner rather than later.
those aren't guts. And he's like pointing at it, and
You don't say. No, and he kind of squints his eyes into the dark.
and he's looking, and you see there are things crawling on this thing's stomach.
Do I know what those are?
Doubtful. What looks like these don't look like anything you've seen. These appear to be human heads that have tendrils coming out of their mouths and are sprouting, crawling around on top of this thing.
Oh, holy God, Emperor, what is that?
Shut that door. You don't need to go in there. Shut it now.
He goes, he's frozen, so somebody else can try to.
Fool. Step back.
Helios tries to shut the door.
All right, make me. Let's see if they notice you actually.
You want me to do a stealth?
Yeah, so oppose would be good here. Do an oppose test.
Okay. So I'll roll stealth, no modifiers. Nice.
Did 1 degree of success.
Okay. Then what do I roll to close it?
No, that's routine. Oh yeah, they don't see you.
Okay.
So you're able to close this door here. It shuts. Any
Darius'
more sound effects?
fingers on the trigger. His gun almost starts to spin up, and then he sees Helios shut the door. He says, I was spoiling for a fight.
Waste not, want not. We will have a fight for sure up ahead.
For some reason, I get the idea that you're speaking the truth. Savior?
The name's Helios. You can stop calling me that now.
Will do, Helios.
And I believe there's one more door to the left of us, correct?
Right.
I'll go ahead and open it, I guess.
Open it, Darius. This fool, I don't trust him anymore.
Goes to the keypad, that's it.
It opens up, and you see there's a door to the far end of the hall.
And Darius said, what's not to trust? Come on, God! He grabs his collar and shoves him ahead of us.
Yes, of course.
If you ever help to make anything of yourself, you gotta throw yourself right in front, right where the fighting's thickest.
Right. His trembling arms. You proceed forward. Alright, so let me make sure I get this one actually correctly set up here, now that I know the tricks for the dynamic. There. Alright. So, let me get everybody on here. I'm assuming you want them in front of you?
Yeah, always. Always.
So yeah, they're up in front.
Move up.
Alright, so there's a door here. Go ahead and open it. It slides open. And one of them peeks out, quickly jumps back. Oh, by God, Emperor, that's a bad sight.
What do you see?
My words couldn't do it justice, sir. And he just sort of leaves some space for you to look. And as you look out, it is a rather rough sight. You hear the gunfire is much louder now. Occasionally a turret sound rips off from the far distance.
Sounds like someone's playing music in there.
Step back.
Darius kind of steps back against the door jamb and checks his hella gun, starts to spin it up so when he fires it's
No.
automatic type thing.
Hold your fire, Darius. We need to.
He's just warming it up.
We need to double back now.
And we kind of go back to the previous scene.
Okay.
I saw Io there. He had a bunch of men in there. They have barricaded themselves behind what looks like some sort of a shield wall. And they're surrounded by that shambling beings that we just killed when I freed you, Darius. No. If we walk through that door, we are gonna get massacred. There has to be another way out.
I see your mind. Pull a flank. Come in behind them. We'll find another way out of here.
Yes. But ideally, if I could leave Ivo here, that would be something. Leave him stranded to deal with his own precious experiments.
I'd have some sweet dreams.
Indeed. You too. Move up. Now.
What's the subject I-26 doing?
He's been very quiet, as I haven't been talking as him at all. No, he's just been very quiet, for the most part. Sort of, he'll observe the odd piece of technology that he sees as you're going by it, but
Let's try the door
You
to the
there.
south. See where that
Science project. What's the quickest way out of this place?
the quickest way, as I understand it, would be the direction that we have just left. But
The quickest way that won't end up with my chest exploded all over the interior of some sort of hangar.
they appear to be distracted by Subject 13's horde.
Subject 13? What is that?
Darius kind of turns and is going to give I-26 its attention for a second at least.
What is that you said,
I know-
I-26?
I know little of Subject 13, only that he attempted to recruit me to his cause. But I have free will. I was not interested.
What was his cause?
The total annihilation of this facility and every living person within it.
And then?
That was it. That was why I was not interested.
Why? Because you would be annihilated too.
Subject 13 does not have any capacity for life beyond this place. He simply wishes to see it burn.
And you? Do you not wish it to see it burn?
I do not care about this place.
You and me too, science project.
So,
All I care is we get off of here.
let me get this right. You do not care about this place, but you do care enough to leave it, correct? Or are you playing us along?
I would like to leave. That is all. I do not care what happens to this place after I am gone.
Well, okay. That's good enough for now. You, God, open that door, quickly.
Yes, sir. Runs up and...
I-26, stick close by. There might be trouble up ahead.
Understood. This doesn't look so good.
Darius kind of goes into this room and strays to his right with his gun at the ready.
Hold up, God. I see computer stations here. Subject I-26, you think you can interface with that? Tell us what the hell is going on.
Absolutely. We'll see what he can figure out for you. I had to roll these twice for some reason. That's pretty bad.
Very bad.
This workstation appears to be fried. I will try the other one.
Alright.
easy to lie when your facial expression does not exist. Much better. And he's clicking through some screens, just tapping. I see. This explains quite a bit. Mr. Helios, would you like to read this log entry?
Indeed, I would.
Guard sort of moves through and is checking things out in here. And I will go ahead and reveal something to you, Helios. Should have something that says Subject 13 handout.
Ah, 1 minute. Yes, I see it now. Okay. Give me a quick minute.
This explains a lot. Would you like to know more, Darius? Would you like to stay in the dark?
I'd always like to know more.
Well, it looks like Subject 13 is at the center of all this chaos. And maybe the reason why we were able to free you. It looks like Subject 13 can actually control beings.
Can actually control what?
Beings. Looks like Ivo's gone over the edge with this one. Subject 13 is right now controlling all those shambling people you just saw. They have some parasite in them. To me, it seems that...
Science Project here is free of that? Melody?
It looks like Subject 13 is not fully capable of exerting control over highly functional beings. That's why the parasite and the people that were injected were just simpletons, serfs from a place called Ritamaran. So, maybe his power is not strong enough to control minds like ours. That's why I-26 couldn't be controlled. Wouldn't you say, I-26?
It is a plausible theory.
There we go. This I-13. He's but a drone. Can't control strong minds like mine, like yours, Helios, in our new science project over here either. So what I say we do is we find the bastard, and we end him and get off this ship.
End him. Maybe. But let's first talk to him if we can find him. Maybe we have both ways out. He gets what he wants. We get what we want. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what he wants. Yeah, sure. Okay. Darius continues to walk forward.
God, what have you found?
Not much. Just picking through bodies. It just looks like a science project going wrong in here. Like a cage that's been busted open and all the corpses.
What is this? Is this some sort of like a...
You're not sure. You can make a, I guess you could make a, what would that be? It'd be like a common lore tech. It'd be like a common lore tech if you have that. If not, you can just roll like half your intelligence and see.
Okay, maybe common lore tech. No, I just roll half my intelligence. That's fine.
Yeah, so whatever your target numbers will cut it in half, and then 32. So, oh yeah, I'd definitely say you passed. You got 1 degree of success. Yeah, you've been in the facility long enough to know. Pretty much what that is, it's a full body scanner thing they put you through. This one's been outfitted though, you know, because Ivo, he's, say what you will about the man, he's very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
It can also be used for experiments that involve checking how pain receptors and triggers and things like that work based on that being inflicted on the body. So there are numerous instruments inside that, you know, can poke or prod, stab. Some can even dismember to try to elicit responses.
Is it currently occupied?
Yes, but the person inside is dead and they're halfway out.
Okay.
Well,
In general, it appears this room was broken out of.
I see. Well, looks like this is a dead end. Subject item
After
is
you,
6.
Helios. Those instruments. Alien.
Are you cutting it out a bit, Bo?
What did you say, Bo?
That better?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Is there an alternate way out of here? Not through the door in the north. Is there any other exit?
Unless you have a transport you can call. I do not believe so. The hangar bay is one way in, one way out for discretion. And it makes this asteroid very defendable.
Helios sees this table over here. Is there anything on the table that's worthwhile? Any information, anything that he can use? Maybe a search check or...
Oh yeah, search check would be good.
Search. Scrutiny, okay?
I think there is an actual search, but you can do scrutiny. Scrutiny is usually a personable skill, trying to discern people.
I can't find search in the skill test.
That's weird.
Maybe on the sheet. On the sheet it is. I can roll it off the sheet.
To look into getting that added in. That's bizarre.
Ugh.
Oh. Nope, this looks like paperwork to you.
Alright, let's move on out.
Did you hear that? Looking around.
Indeed I did.
I heard it.
And in the room that you had actually just walked out of, oh my god! Out of the vents and walls and some of the corpses that were in the room, they slowly start to stand up. And this lab guard looks like he's in a bad spot.
Subject I-26, can you close that door?
Affirmative.
Close it now.
And the door is shut. Wait! No! No! And runs through the door, but tries to bang on it. It's just getting closed in on by all these things. Wait, sir! Let me out! We can kill them!
Too late.
No! And they just tear into him, like, grab him and the little skulls hop on his back and neck and begin biting and tearing the flesh. He does not last long.
Who was in that room, I-26? When we were there, it was clear.
You're asking I-26 who was in that room?
Yeah, can you see it through the monitors, or is there any like monitors, video in that room to see who's there along with?
It was just the corpses that were in there.
It was mainly it's corpses. I mean, there's a lot of ventilation in it, but it's mainly corpses that were in that room.
Helios goes to the door, and is there like a, you know, those doors which have like see-through glasses? Does it have one of those?
It does. You should be able to see through, can you?
Yeah.
It's more of those beings that Subject 13 controls.
You sort of see a figure shifty around the back there that looks much unlike everything else, covered head to toe in some sort of black ichor. If you're able to see. This sort of looks blankly onward as the guard is torn to pieces, not even assimilated.
Helios, you see that? Which one of these figures don't look like the other? He kind of points his weapon towards Subject 13.
And this being looks at you both through the glass and just gives the slightest sneer it can, puts its finger to its lips as though asking you to be silent, and then just sort of melts slowly into the floor.
Holy, what was that? There 1 minute, gone the next.
Mr. Helios, I-26 is typing away at the computer. You there, Cypher?
Shit. Oh, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, you're alright.
Yeah.
Helios would say, Darius, lower your weapon. Not yet. We need to know more. I-26. Where the hell did that thing go?
It appears to have traveled through the ventilation system,
Fuck.
heading to the hangars.
And into the hangars.
Yes.
Wait, you said you could communicate with it. Can you do it now?
I may have spoken error the last time I referred to that. It was more he communicated within my head.
Ah.
However, I can track his movements and see what he is attempting to do.
Okay, at least that's better than nothing. What is he trying to do?
There appears to be a barrier that is set up at the perimeter where Ivo is holding up. That barrier is powered. It is holding the Horde back for now, but is the only thing between the guards and the Horde. Other than their weapons, of course.
No time, I-26. If he brings that barrier down, then the Horde takes over. We must need to get out in that chaos. If any of you communicate with him, just tell him we mean him no harm. We don't care what he does to this place. We just need to leave.
I do not know that he will let us. I should also mention that the glass on those doors, pointing at this,
Uh-huh.
is not well conditioned against impact. We should leave.
Let's leave now.
I'm tired of all this sneaking about.
Don't worry, Darius. The fight's coming.
So,
God, now. Move up.
you guys start heading up and you hear glass shatter behind you as you're leaving.
As you cross that gate, Darius is going to close this one.
Ah, smart man.
Yep. Pretty much close any doors we go
Yep,
through.
every door we go through, we're just going
Behind
to
us.
close it behind us, so we don't get.
Oh my god, get off dynamic lighting. There you go. That was bizarre. Okay. Alright. So it's back to the hangar. Sans one guard.
All right, Darius. You wanted to fight. Now's your chance.
Get close to me. Let me look at my my equipment and stuff. Not super familiar with the settings. Like if you have grenades or anything like that, or just I have held gun and sword. That's it.
Yep.
So before Darius starts to shoot and engage,
Darius. There's just too many ahead of us. But if you look up north, there's hardly anyone. Make your way up north as we keep shooting at these things. I-26.
Yeah.
Stay close.
Affirmative.
Yeah, my lighting here is just a little bit tough.
I gotta adjust the lighting.
I have only the unidirectional lighting, which is kind of hard to see.
Unidirectional.
Yeah, okay, there we go. As long as I tilt my token, I'm good.
Yep.
So yeah, so Darius kind of has his weapon out, and he like kind of motions to Helios that he gets the idea. They kind of go, kind of skirt across this western wall here, trying to be as quiet as they can, and kind of see what's up here at the top.
Yeah, so right there. So you see one of these things at the very top here. And as it rounds the corner, it's two quick bursts of gunfire. And it just drops, leaving just a smear on the ground.
And it came from this direction here, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. So
You see
Darius,
there's a lot of corpses that are stacked up right there.
yeah, so Darius will kind of sprint to this area here and try to take a peek in. Looks like I can't. There's something in my way. Yep, let's try to take a peek in. There's something in the way though. Yep.
Let's see what you can see. Yeah, you can kind of peek through a little bit. I'll give you a little bit of wiggle room there to see. Give it a moment. So you can see what you can see now. Be able to see those?
Yep. I see two guards here.
Yep.
And he kind of sprints across there. He ducks down right next to the barrier. He looks back to Do you guys have 360 side or just like the 45 degrees?
I have 360.
Really? Huh. Why is it that you only have the angle? That's weird. Here.
Helios will come up.
There we go.
What do you see
There you go. Yeah, it's very hard. I keep having to spin my guy around. So, yeah, so he sprints over there, and he doesn't say much, but looks at Helios, subject 126, and the other guard. He kind of gets a signal for 2 guards straight ahead, and he's going to engage them. He gives a 1, 2, 3, and he pops around this area and takes a shot close range in his first one.
Okay. So go ahead. So you're climbing over the barricades.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So go ahead. I think we actually do have climb as a skill. So go ahead and make a climb check for me. You are trying to do this in a fairly stressful situation. You also hear the gunfire stops momentarily.
Climb. I don't have a climb.
Yeah, that's not in the macros either. Man, look at this.
I can roll off the sheet.
Ghost, that was my stealth check.
Okay.
Oh god, 25? What the hell? Not gonna be good.
Oof.
Oh. 4 degrees of failure. It's pretty bad.
I'm on the other side of them, I fall off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you try to hop it. You're trying to be quick, and you just slam into this container here and shatter the glass. Both these guys look at you and raise their weapons. Don't move! They see the gun and you're in with Ernest now. So I think we're gonna have to initiative this one up because they're paranoid.
Okay.
Cypher, what you would see behind you.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple of these approaching to you. The gunfire stops momentarily. See that same figure come back. There's a single pointing of the finger towards the barricades. These laser walls come down, and it's on. Full charge. So, strike while the iron is hot.
Okay. So that was my initiative roll of 4.
Okay. That get you added into the thing? It did. Ooh!
Nice.
Let's see what these boys are gonna do. Not a whole lot. And that was your guard. So I'll go ahead and get this in order. Subject bad 26 is gonna hang back.
Cool.
So Mr. Mordecus, despite your gaffe, you are first.
So he falls down. It's God damn it! Yeah, I guess the jig's up. Hey boys, looky here. He looks over at the side slab guy. So how does like the melee versus? So does the melee use strength and my guns use ballistic skill?
Right. So for melee, how that works
figure out which one would be better. Like from close range, let's just.
Well, so let's see how far you are from them. Oh, so from your token to theirs. God, you guys are huge. Let me go ahead and scale you down a bit here, by the way. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I got some amendments to make, but so. Typically, what you're looking at as far as close range. So, right now you're in short range. You got your gun out already. I'm thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to drop your gun and get your sword out is a half action, and then there's a half action. The way actions work is you get one full action a turn, but certain actions are split into half actions.
No,
as far as what what the best option would be here. I would recommend shooting because one, you've got your gun out. You're not tied up in melee, so there's no penalty. They're going to shoot at you as well.
Is a shoot a full action?
To shoot is actually a half action.
Is there like an aim for half? Or
there is, yes. You can use a half action aim. There's a half action and full action aim. A half action will give you a +10 to your roll.
Let's do it.
Right, and let's be aware of your weapon as well for the Hellgun. I believe the Hellgun might have a semi-automatic option, so let me see that for you too, because that could be better, depending. So,
Hellgun, reliable, reload 2 full, clip 30. Rate of fire S/3.
3? Okay, so that means it has a semi-automatic option. With a semi-automatic attack, what that would do is it's the same thing as a normal attack, the difference being that with a semi-auto burst, you could hit potentially up to 3 times depending on degrees of success, and it also gives you a +10 bonus to hit anyway.
Alright, so I'll aim and do a burst. At the
so a burst is a full action though, so you couldn't aim and do both, but you could do that and it'd be a +10 bonus for shooting, you know, semi.
Yeah, let's just do that then, semi. Okay, so Hellgun.
Oh! So for every 2, so that's 2 degrees of success, so you're gonna hit twice.
Didn't let me get my bonus.
Didn't?
No, it didn't ask me.
Oh, we can just apply it after, it's fine. So that'd be a 49, oh, so it's 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's 4 degrees then. Because you had a target number of 50. Jeez. So you hit this guy 3 times, so roll your Hellgun 2 more times for damage as well. You might just destroy this dude. Oh my god. Oh man. We're only looking at the damage there. So, oh my god, you absolutely eviscerated this guy.
13, 14, 15.
13, 14, you hit this guy for 32 damage. Was it the closest guy to you?
Yeah.
So we can either read off what the critical effect is, you can tell me how it looks, because the Hellguns is basically a plasma gun, so you can just tell me how this looks if you want, because he's very, very dead.
Yeah, so like he stumbles or whatever over the boxes, and there's this huge clatter even amid the gunfire. And Darius says, "Oh, jig is up!" And, before the science lab guard can even point his gun, Darius like levels his weapon at him. First shot explodes the guide's hand. His gun goes flying off. Second shot just explodes his chest. The third one just right through the head. And just and the guy behind him just gets his friend's brain splattered all over his helmet. Run now, boy, or the same's going to happen to you.
And it says, that just explodes. His face melts and explodes. The guy's like, oh, the guy behind's like, oh my god. Yeah, that was brutal. That was a brutal first shot. I guess you were really waiting to get into fight. Holy moly.
That's what I do.
Alright. So it's this guard on your side. He's moving up. He just knows some stuff's going bad. So let's see what his movement is. I believe it's 4. So movement's based off of agility. So for him, he can move, his agility is a 30, so he can move 3 units on a half, 3 meters on a half walk. I'm using units as meters in this as well. So he can move he's just going to use a full turn to move. Oh, he'll run actually, so let's see. He can run 18, so get to there. It's a pretty big hangar, by the way. So this lab guard, that was fairly intimidating. I think it warrants it. That was an absolutely brutal kill in front of him. And I honestly think the way that was hit, if I remember correctly for the criticals, that would have necessitated this guy making some kind of roll. So we'll say it's a willpower roll here to not shit himself or not take a penalty. Because that guy, his friend just died in moments. Oh, we're not feeling it. So I'm gonna say this guy's gonna take a -10. We'll say on this one. Let's see what his actual. He could actually roll fear. We'll roll fear for funsies. So it's 2 degrees. So it's 100 plus 20. Wow, he rolled really good on that. Yeah. So anytime you fail a fear test, you roll on the shock table, and that's bad. To put it as plainly as I can, fear and shock table. So 20. -10 penalty for all tests for the rest of the encounter unless he can recover his wits. So he's going to be at a -10. He'll be able to make a willpower test for any consecutive rolls here. So a willpower test on any consecutive turns, so he makes it to the next turn. So he's just going to try to go ahead and take aim and shoot at you, Darius.
Right.
So he'll just be shooting with that. Yeah, of course. So he just tries to pop off a couple shots, just kind of go all around you. He's shaking, trembling. You stay back! Get away! And he's shooting all around.
Yeah, narratively, Darius is kind of like hunkered in behind some of these little objects that are nearby.
Helios.
Helios is going to, seeing that there are these shambling people are coming up, he's going to run right behind where Darius went through. I believe that's a full movement. I moved 18 units.
Yep. Alright, Darius.
Let's see here. I think the only other person I can see is the other lab guard. And I'm going to go semi-automatic on his act.
Go for it. Ooh.
That was good that time. So that's just a miss.
Yep, it's 59, it's just a miss. So you shoot a couple rounds off past this guy, it kind of lands all around him.
Yep.
And you, so yeah, that'd be your, it's a full, so that's yours. This guy. It's gonna run up behind these boxes here. Let's see if he's feeling a bit better about life than his other science guard, sorry, lab guard.
He probably doesn't like us since we just locked his friend in with the...
Yeah, he's not feeling it though. Yeah, he's gonna continue to take that penalty. He's not doing very well. So he's definitely gonna try to go full auto on you. That's only gonna be a +10 for him, because usually full auto will confer a +10, or excuse me, a +20 bonus to hit, and you can hit up to whatever the number is for your full auto quality. So for an auto gun, it is, I think, 10. So he could potentially hit you 10 times, but it depends on degrees of success anytime that you have something like that. So, so for a full auto, for example, just I want to explain things as we're going along. An additional hit for every degree of success for a full auto burst. It's a +20 to hit normally, but he's at a -10 because he failed his willpower. So Full auto, plus 10. Minus 10, and then I'm assuming this is short range. It is. It's actually plus 20. Short range and... Yep, okay. Here you go. Oh my.
That's bad.
That's not great. This may hurt. So we've got 1, 2. So he only hit. No, it's plus 20. Ooh. He's gonna hit you 4 times, which is not great. But it has no penetration, and you got toughness. So the first hit, it would do nothing to you because you have 4 toughness and 5 armor. So the first hit does nothing. Second hit does nothing. Okay. So that one does hit. That one does hurt. So he shoots you 5 times. Actually. Wait, 4. I said 4.
Yeah, fourth time didn't hit.
That last one does. So yeah, 4. He shot you 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah, 4 times. They all hit you, but either just, grazing or hitting off your armor or anything like that. They do no real damage to you other than superficial. So you weather this hail of gunfire. Maybe some of it hits a barricade. I'm not sure. Go ahead and describe it if you want.
Yeah, he just polished off his buddy, and he's down behind some crates or something. Some of those just splinter behind him, explode, and he tries to return fire, the one that missed, and misses. Instead, just pink, clink, clink, off his carapace armor. He just feels bolts, and he just kind of presses his back against him. Oh shit! Next time I'm gonna make it count. You better run now, you little rat.
He's just shooting his gun down the corridor. Helios.
Helios looks like this guy is within his range. He's gonna shoot with his bolt pistol. Missing.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Explosion behind him.
There's an aim, right? But that still it would be a miss.
Yeah, aim would be a plus 10, and I think he's at medium range for the bolt pistol, unfortunately. Yeah. The short range would be like 15 and in, or 10 and in, I think. 15 and in, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately that one. There's an explosion behind him. Darius.
Darius is probably going to rinse and repeat this lab guard and try to shoot him. Okay. So it doesn't give me any areas to get my bonuses and stuff, though.
Yeah, it does, and that's one failing of it. So we had to head game it. So
it would have been a 10. Well, how much do I get for short range?
So 10 and 10.
So still
50.
still would have missed.
Yeah, and again, remember you guys have fate points as well, so you can re-roll attacks.
Oh yeah.
I'll just wait.
And they are going to replenish between sessions.
Oh, okay. I'll do it next time. I gotta take 5 minutes. Bye.
Sure. That's right.
Pause.
Yeah, we can pause.
Now.
So Darius just missed.
Mm-hmm.
We're all back here. So now it's the guard that is with you. That is medium range, I believe. How do you determine short? So for short range, just to clarify what a short range is. Combat circumstances. So short range. Targets that are a distance of less than half the range of a character's weapon. So this range on an autogun is 90. That is less than half. So Science Guard that's with you is going to get a plus 10 for range and a plus 20 because he's going full auto.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna whiff it.
Oh, jeez.
Firing all over the place. I need to get some sound effects. There's a good one. Yeah, we'll go with that. He fires all over the place. His bullets landing everywhere. And then the one who is being shot at, he sees these new threats coming around the corner here, and he realizes he's not perhaps gonna stack up against. So it's like, they're coming through the side. He's just running back, and he's gonna do a run move and run back. Let's say he's in the very edge there. Mr. Khan.
How is there a half an action to move, half an action to shoot?
Yeah. Your half move, you can move up to your half move and still shoot.
Okay, so let me just check. So this would be without an aim. My half walk would be 3. Oh, disgusting. Oh, fuck that.
No.
Fuck that, I'm just running 18.
Okay.
Get over here. That's my move.
Darius, don't stop, keep moving.
Darius.
I've got it, Helios. I'm on your right. We'll send them all back to the God Emperors. It's 1, 2. $30.
That is within short.
It's still within short, and I have a clear line.
Yeah, your range is pretty clear line there. Yeah, your range. I think your range is 110. Yeah, it's within short.
I'll still try to send my automatic, and then I guess
Do
I
it.
did plus 20 bonus.
Yep, do it.
God.
Remember, you got fate points.
Yeah, I'll spend one.
Reroll any roll with a fate
There
point.
you go. I'll spend one. What the hell?
All right. Make
Oh,
sure you keep track when
God.
you show. Oh.
All right. No.
This is what happens sometimes.
Peppering him, and all the bullets miss. He's like, there must be a problem with my weapon.
This guard is gonna move up a bit, and that's a little less than half. He's gonna go for another full auto shot. Nope. No good. And he sprints. He runs back. You see him running frantically, screaming. And you see some people come off the barricades at his return.
Oh wait, you missed
Alright.
my turn.
Oh yeah, go ahead. No, you can go ahead and go ahead.
Yep. So I'm just gonna
They're not gonna move till next turn.
keep these things. Are they like towers? Like those things. Are they like long and like vertical?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They're like tubes, really, like glass tubes.
And there's some shit inside them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna run up to one of those 18 and keep screaming,
Darius, don't stop, keep moving.
Oh, what you said already?
I believe it's Mr. Mordecus again. Actually, I don't know why it's on him. Yep,
Yeah,
there you go.
I guess we'll just move.
Make sure you check and see what your movement is. I think you might have a higher agility. I don't know.
Let's see here.
Yes, you can move. You can run up to 24 meters. You have an agility of 4. So you don't have to do a full 24, but you can if you want.
I can't shoot at that point though, right?
No, it'd be a full move. It's a full move for a run.
Probably just move to cover here then.
Okay. Yeah, and that's so those things are gonna give you I believe it gives you armor instead of making it harder to hit you if you use cover. Yes.
Yeah.
Cover.
This thing here for cover.
Yep, cover. I'm gonna say that this is light cover just because it has a metal base, but most of it's glass. So I'm gonna say it gives you 4 more armor points. Hide behind those.
Okay.
All right. And then it's the newcomers. I'm not sure if you can see them. Let me see. Yeah, you can see them there. So he's like pointing, shouting frantically about, in your direction. You can't tell 100% what he's saying, but coming! They're coming! They got weapons! And you see another figure come around the edge. And he's just gonna take a single shot. He can't do any kind of burst or anything. So he's gonna take one shot at Helios. That's the one he can see right off. Goes wide. Another one's gonna move up. Hear on a megaphone, "We must hold out. They are not yet ready to leave. They are fueling and we will leave soon. Hold the line. Damn you slobs." You hear that megaphone noise is coming a bit closer.
I recognize that voice from my nightmares.
Guard is gonna do a runner, get up here with you, Darius on your side. Subject is at 26 hanging back. The guard that was panicking is gonna turn. He's gonna shoot at Helios again, so all he can see is that's one of the only ones he can see. So Helios, oh my god, that misses no matter what he does. It's firing wildly all around you. Bullets are hitting everywhere, bouncing off the glass. Go ahead, Helios.
Now that Helios is in turn gonna aim and shoot at this guy, the guard in front over here.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use a fate point. Fuck this.
Oh, so close.
But that would be 48. Yeah, no. So.
Yep, so close. Yeah, this lands just shy of him. Yeah, D100 just bear through it. I promise. You get better. This is a big level too. That's one thing. It's because you get the pistol. The pistol is really good. It's just a big level. All right, Darius.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to shoot this guy here, and it'll be short. It's gonna be a plus 20.
That is right.
Come on, baby.
Ooh, 20
hits at least.
1 degree.
It's only a 5 damage though, right?
Yeah, but it is 7 pin. You semi-autoed. Make sure you're keeping track of your clip size as well. I think you fired 4 times.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 4 times 3. 18. You should be at 18 right now for your clip. 5. So yeah, you wing him. Plasma goes a bit wide, but it does catch his arm at graze. You can see plasma burns on his right arm. He blinks. He tries to blink it off. And as far as everything else going on, The front is being overrun rapidly by these things. And people are dying in droves. This guy gets swarmed over, and it's just like taking bites out of them as they pass. They get up on the turret and tear it apart. Move all the fun stuff up. Guards back here, one on the edge. Gonna take another full auto burst at Helios. Oh man, these guys are god awful. Ping, 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 pings all around you, hitting everything but you, Helios. Guard your width. This may not be in short. It is still in short for him. He also misses. And then, the guard that you winged is gonna try to shoot back now that he can see where you're at, Mordecus. Man.
Yeah.
You guys, it's basically almost a suppressing fire more than anything. They're not able to hit a damn thing. Helios, back to you.
What does charge do?
So a charge, what would happen in that circumstance? A charge, you rush and deliver a single melee attack.
I see.
You have to be a minimum of 4 meters away, but you can build up speed and everything. But the last 4 meters of the charge had to be in a straight line. So anything prior to that, you can like turn corners and shit. But the last 4 meters of it, you have to be going straight. You gain a +10 bonus to your weapon skill test.
I see. Okay, Helios is just going to run full distance all the way up there.
Okay, so run. So remember on a run, so it's a full action, but remember this for me as well. Because on runs, you're easier to hit if they're trying to hit you with melee, but you're harder with ballistic skills. So it's going to be a -20 penalty to hit you since you're running.
Oh, that's good.
And how far can this scumbag move? Yeah, I figured he was slow.
Ivo, the north.
Yep. Ah, the good god captain. I see. Perhaps I had made poor judgment when I hired you. Oh well, I will terminate your contract now. He can't. Unfortunately, he's not gonna do shit because that's his full move. He wants to walk there. Slow ass Ivo. Darius.
And he sees that guy with his spindly little mechanical legs. 42.
That is less than half.
Short, so I'm gonna semi-auto on him. It's a burst of 3, so every time I 15 now, so I go down to 15. Is that how that works?
Yep, that's correct.
I just made a tribute on my token. I'm just editing.
Okay.
To keep track of it. So let's see here.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Listen, I have not rolled well for a good while.
You started off good. Oh no.
Faded.
Christ Almighty!
Hey, everybody's rolling like shit. This happens sometimes. You got fate points.
I've spent 1.
Yeah. You can see, you know how many you have, right?
It regenerates,
Yeah.
so it's unlike
I have
unlike
3.
hope.
I have 3 total.
Oh, then keep
Let's
it.
just-
Then keep it.
Fine, I'll just spend 1. Who cares?
You
I'm
got
gonna,
this.
I'm gonna reroll.
You got this.
Oh my god.
Man.
I quit.
Oh god.
I spent 2 of them.
It happens.
Alright.
This is the failing sometimes of the percentile system, is that everybody rolls over 50. Alright. so this guy here, he sees the runner. He is gonna full auto you, but you know, he's only gonna get a +10 because of close of range, so he's not getting his full bonus. All right, so let's see. He's only gonna hit once. Can you attempt to dodge? So you can attempt to dodge if you'd like to use your reaction on it.
Well, it looks like that 3 of them are going to try and shoot me, so maybe just not yet. With that damage, where would that hit?
That would be. So
Body.
there's no pen. Yeah, it'd be 4 damage. So there's no pen. You have a toughness of 8, and you have armor of 4. Or you have toughness of 4, and you have armor of 4. So you have a total of soak of 8. So I do 4 damage to you straight.
Okay, I'll take the damage. So
Okay.
10 minus 4, 6.
Yep. So he unloads some shots, and since you're actually close to him now, he's actually able to hit you, and that would just graze your arm, I think. Pretty good shot in your arm. Right, then your guard is going to shoot at the guy who's in the open there.
God damn
You
it.
can't make this up. The other guard that's there. Yeah, I mean, you're the closest. Oh man, that's not gonna hurt you.
Yep.
Yep, you soak that. He only hits once. And the last guy, he's not gonna get any bonus at all because this is the guy who's still shitting himself from watching his friend die. That will still get soaked.
Yep.
So they unload on you. Only one,
I'm gonna whip out my sword so I can hit something.
only one bullet really strikes true, and it only hits like a bicep on you. So you're tough. You're taking that. You're still good to go, and it is now your turn.
Okay. What is it to switch weapons? What does it do to your turn?
So if you drop it, it's a free. If you try to holster it, it's a half, I believe. Let me just double check that. That's raw, I think, is what it is. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, to ready a weapon or item is a half. I think dropping would be a
Okay.
free.
So I'm gonna aim and shoot at Ivo. I'm gonna
man.
fate that.
Ooh!
That's much
There
better.
you go.
48.
Damage 11.
Yeah, that's
10 of 4.
11. Ooh, pen of 4. Ooh, okay, let's see where that hits. 83
Explosive
leg.
and terror.
Okay. Also, keep in mind that instead of aiming, you could also do a semi-auto burst. It would take more ammo out of your gun. But
Oh, okay.
you have the opportunity to hit twice, but that's fine. You did a hit, so let's do the math. So 11. It's a pen of 4. Now North made this character, so you know it's a bit bullshit, but it all checked out when I reviewed it. So he's got with his throwing shade. So with his armor on his body, he's actually got armor value 7. So soak. So 7 minus 4, 3. He's got 3 armor soak, 3 toughness soak. So you're gonna do 5 damage to his health. So this round flies through and hits what I believe you, because you reverse number. So it'd be his left leg. Hits his left leg, splinters, explodes. You see blood, and exposes a bit of bone there in the upper thigh. It's like, ah! Oh, how cruel of you, Captain, after I've treated you so well.
You are in my way, Ivo.
Oh, well, in that case, Let me just get rid of you so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And it's gonna be a aim shot. He missed.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think. Wait, 44, not 50. Oh, I don't know.
No, he does
Yeah,
not.
59, because short range and oh no, because the forearm held gun might be different. Let's see, because that's his. He did some forearm apparatus shit. Let's see this.
Oh god.
1/3 of range. 1/3 of 110.
Still gonna be short.
No, it's 1/3 of the weapon's range. So what's 1/3 of 110? 3, 6, 30. No, he doesn't get short range bonus. I think it's the range
one third of 110 is gonna be like 37 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what the thing is. That's what it is for the forearm. I don't think it's 1/3 less. I think it's just 1/3 of the range. Because honestly, oh god, that's tough. I'll have to look that on. But we'll say,
I think it would, because it's within the 1/3. I'm within 18 of him. That I know.
Right.
18, and he's got what, 37? 36.
Right.
So it just barely be. Yeah, he would just barely be in shortness. So yeah, that's gonna be a hit. Now you can choose to attempt to dodge.
I'm gonna dodge that.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it comes flying through, it comes right at you. How do you make this miss?
So, as I see him talk his trash, you stop me, I will. And then he kind of, as soon as he raises his gun, he kind of drops to the ground, like to one knee, with the bullet kind of going up right above his head.
Sneers at you. Darius.
Ivo. Oh, I see you there. Prancing about on them mechanical legs like some sort of spider. Here, eat some lead. And he, well, yeah, I think for me, just the semi-automatic burst is still the best, so.
Ooh!
There we go. There we go.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
That's what I want.
Ooh, that could be brutal. I think he might try to dodge, because that. But okay, so here's how
So-
dodges work. If
So does that mean my TN actually would go up to 59?
right, because you're doing a semi-auto shot and at short range, so your
Yes.
TN's 59. You get an additional hit up to the maximum amount of hits you can have, which is 3 for this gun. For every 2 degrees of success, you got 4 degrees of success. So you get all 3 hits. You get the initial hit from succeeding, and you get the other 2 hits from getting to your 4 degrees of success. So you hit this guy, you're gonna hit him 3 times. Now he can still attempt to dodge, but here's the difference when it comes to being shot at with auto fire or semi-automatic bursts. They get to dodge an additional hit for every degree of success on the dodge test. So even if he succeeds his dodge, if he has to get a degree of success, he's still going to get hit. So roll 2 more so we can see which ones he dodges. So roll 2 more for damage. That's how much damage you're going to do total if he doesn't take his dodge. So 6 and 6. But with pen 7, so you're going to fully negate his armor. So he's going to try to dodge. Oh my god, his dodge is piss poor. I don't know if
You're squishy, North.
he might survive if he gets very, very lucky, but I don't think so.
Oh, bastard.
So, oh no, his dodge is actually halved because he's not trained in dodge. So he had to beat a 16. Rounded, so you round down on it. He had to beat a 16. He failed his dodge. So he's taken a full 13, 6, and 6. His toughness applies. I believe toughness is going to apply to every hit.
25 damage. He has to go down.
Oh, he's done. Yeah, describe how you kill Ivo Grau.
Yeah, so as soon as he sees Ivo and misses once or twice, eventually he just, let's put an end to this right now. He kind of goes down on one knee and lines up a shot into Ivo's head and pulls the trigger. Bam, bam, bam! All three of them hit. And just his brains splatter all over his soldiers that are there. And he collapses in a pool of his own mechanical hydraulic fluids and blood.
Fear tests for all those guys nearby there. They're just overwhelmed.
I apparently miss or just mow people down.
That's how it goes with the Hellgun. So he failed his. He's gonna roll a fear test. This one. The other guy's already afraid, so we'll see this guy. Oh yeah. Okay. I love rolling these. So that's just regular, so that's 22. This guy. Ooh, that could be bad for him. So the top soldier. And a fear. Minus 10 penalty on all tests for him, and I'll use the fear thing to mark him. So minus 10 penalty on all tests for those guys, and then this other guy rolled a 60. He is frozen by terror. Ivo's head explodes behind him. He's covered in blood, brains. I mean, this guy's just been working here for a couple weeks. He is absolutely terrified of what just happened. Minus 10 penalty test for all the rest of the encounter. And he can make no actions until he succeeds on a willpower test. So he is actionless. He does nothing. Give him the sleeper icon. Get Ivo the fuck out of here, finally. Right. Next one. That's the guy who does nothing, and he's gonna not do anything this turn. He hope he can attempt to snap out of this turn. Your guard, who it appears has thrown his lot in with you now since he's not shooting in the back. Ooh! 9, yeah. 50, he's gonna hit that guy 4 times.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bother. This lab guard goes over your shoulder, Mordecus, and just mows this guy down.
Attaboy! Give him hell.
He owed me money. And
Some place owes me money. I'm gonna watch it burn.
this last guy, he's gonna attempt to shoot at Helios.
Wait, isn't he the one dead?
No.
Oh, okay.
This guy is the one that, there were two, I did 2 guards in the same initiative
okay.
squad turn. Yeah. So this guy is, the scared guy who you initially saw is dead. This guy is frozen in terror. And then this last guy is minus 10 to his actions. So he's gonna try to shoot you. He would miss. Even with full auto bonus, he's gonna miss. If he doesn't get his short range because he's scared. Helios.
Full speed run up ahead, all the way up into his face.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alright. Darius.
Don't just stand there. Piss your pants, shit your pants, do something before I fill you full of lead. He shoots the other guy that's remaining.
Alright, go ahead.
He got stunned or whatever.
Yep.
No, of course. I should stop talking the big game.
Yes, you shoot all around him, unfortunately. That guy's frozen. He's gonna attempt his willpower test, see if he can act. Do something. shooting woke him up. Yeah, he sees you shoot at him. He thinks about shooting Helios for him, but he doesn't want to shoot his own guy. Because you guys are pretty close together, so he's going to try to aim, take a shot at Mordecus here. But he's at a -10 again, still. So, you are behind cover. So, +10 from short range. -10 from being scared, +20 from full.
Yeah.
He had gone full auto again? No, he's got to reload. At this point, he's shot 3 times. He can't even shoot. Fuck me, I gotta keep track of my ammo too. Yeah, so he's... God, what are you doing in this case? He doesn't want a knife fight, probably. Yeah, he starts reloading. Yeah, disregard. Wow, these guys are probably out of ammo now.
2 full rounds to reload.
Yeah.
I've been keeping track of mine. I have, let's see, I got...
Yeah, these guys have
12.
shot 3 times. Hollywood clips almost there, holy shit. This other guy, yeah, your guard's gotta reload as well. So he's gonna start that process. And this last one would have to as well. He's gonna drop his weapon, draw his knife, and just attempt a basic attack against Helios. Nope. Helios.
What happens at point blank range with the bolt pistol?
Bolt pistol. So he's engaged you in a melee at this point. So for a bolt pistol, I believe you don't get a. Let me see.
Okay, let me put it this way: to holster the bolt pistol and pull out the power sword, that would be a full turn, correct?
Unless you have quick draw, yes.
I do have a quick draw.
Oh well, then shit, you should turn for the last one too. Like then you've been able to free draw it and charge. You've got quick draw, so I mean you can. I would say so. Let's look at the actual thing for quick draw and make sure we get it right. Quick draw, you can ready as a free action. So I'll tell you what, I'll say you go ahead, you can put your pistol away, no problem. You can get the sword out as your quick draw. So you got some free actions you've just done. So you still got full action.
Okay.
What would you like to do
So then I pull out my power sword and. So as I run up to him, I holster my bolt pistol and basically pull out the power sword and just smile as I attack.
Oh my god!
There you go.
Oh, that's brutal.
Pen of
This
5.
guy's... What's this guy's parry? Does he even have one? Well, he can parry off weapon skill, but... Power field, when you successfully... Oh, it's when you parry. Oh, man. I don't even know if he can parry with that knife. With a primitive weapon? Has he used his reaction? I don't think he has. He'll try to parry it. Ready to do that. Come on now.
Why doing dishes?
Yeah. A lot of busy house today. Why is this not rolling? That's bizarre. Try this one more time. Hell with it. Off his sheet then. Oh no. He's very much dead.
So as Helios is running up and he sees these are the guards between him and the door that he needs to get out of, he quickly holsters his bolt pistol and kind of pulls his power sword from the back and he kind of twirls it and basically he just in one shot beheads the guard in front of him.
Smiles.
And the head comes off, and with the power switch, just flies across the room, starts bouncing off the walls. Darius.
Let's see, Darius.
And
Helios is screaming.
fighting down there is looking bad.
Yeah, we're just gonna move. I'm just gonna move up to these guys. And perhaps draw my sword. I don't think I can do that and move though at the same time, can I?
You have quick draw.
Nice.
It might be under your talent if you have it.
Oh,
If you, oh, well, so you could half move and do that if you wanted.
my half move still will be what we say 24.
Your half move would be 4.
Full walk, half walk, 4 meters. Is it?
Yep.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm just gonna.
Combat
run
rounds
up.
are pretty quick in this game, though.
I'm just
Technically.
gonna, I'm just gonna run up to Khan then. Hold his flank. I don't even think I can shoot.
Sure, we're at 24. I think your sprint's higher than that, though.
Run 24. What would the sprint be?
No, there's no sprint. I think sprint's an action, a talent.
Yeah.
Sprint would be 3 times your. So yeah, you could go 24 from you right here. So you'd get roughly there. About. Oh, that guy's. He's gonna finish his reload, but he's reloading. The other guy's dead. Your guy's moving up. He can't run quite as fast. Get there. Subject 26 in there. Helios.
I'm gonna. What is it? You said a charge, but that's only for attacks, correct?
Charge. You said it has to be what now?
Let me see. Fuck. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna run all the way to the door. I'm just short of my full walk, but I'm gonna run there.
Okay. So you can get through. I mean, the door's not hard to get through. You can just tap it and you're through.
All right.
You're through if you want to be.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Okay. So Helios is fucking out of here. Darius.
I think I should probably bounce out of here too, huh?
You can. See? Yeah, you can absolutely get out.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can get out, then cool. Otherwise, just move me back in so that when I'm recording, I can see the screen.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Or I could. I think I could get some money for I-26. So I would have some motivation to get him off of the asteroid. So I want to move just she's half moved and shoot is all you can do.
Yeah.
God damn. he'll be like, "Science project, where you at? You coming or not?"
I am moving rapidly.
It's like, "Follow Helios. Let's get off this place. You're coming with us." And he's going to cover the retreat of I-26 and shoot this other guy.
Alright. Go ahead. Ooh!
So, that'd be 49, 59. I would hit.
Okay, you would hit. 1 degree, so 10, pen 7. You negate his armor entirely. And you batter him pretty hard. I think this is he has chest shots. You shoot him in the rib cage, and you know he exposes some of his. So it's just it's just a bad plasma burn on his chest.
Run away. I don't expect you to get eaten. It'd be very cruel of me. Just go somewhere else.
And he takes a quick look behind him, like, where am I running to? Oh, that guy's dead. The other guard is with you. He's got a bit of a shot. Take it.
There you go.
Drops him. That guy was money.
Right. I said to leave.
For all intents and purposes, say out of combat now. This horde, though, is bearing down. These guys are getting mowed down as you're running towards the door. I'm assuming everybody's just getting out of town.
Yep. Just kind of covering I-26 to get him out of there.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys all make to the door. As the sounds of gunfire start to die down, as the shooters begin to die down. And each of you make it to one of the transports that's there. Gotta get that guy out there. As you make it to the transport there, sounds of gunfire are still behind you at that point, but they're starting to die down, and at one point they go silent as you're getting things set to go. Who is gonna attempt to fly?
Helios.
Yeah, it's not me.
Helios rushes up to the console and starts powering it up and getting the craft ready to fly.
Okay, and then I-26 and the lab guard kind of, has his back to this point and is pointing the gun at the door. I-26 is setting himself up in his seat as well, booting things up. So go ahead and give me your pilot roll for operate. What is this? Let's see. Pilot spacecraft seems right.
Yeah, the skill ones, they say operate aeronautica, surface, and void ship. I think I'll just roll it off the sheet.
Oh, I really gotta work on that thing. It's weird. It should all be in there.
I'm gonna fate that.
Yeah. Woo!
There you go.
So you get this thing booted up, and there's a bang on the door, bang, 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 and trying to break through. Maybe you're not sure what it is, but putting some dents in the door. It almost seems like they're gonna get through. Science lab guard's taking steps back. He's trying to reload frantically because he still hadn't reloaded. And then you feel the sweet sensation of gravity inside as you're pulled away from the station behind you. You see this asteroid in your rear, out your rear windows.
I'm glad to leave that place far behind us. I suppose we're going to have a long time to talk. Science project.
He's been pretty quiet, and he's just going through stuff on the view screen there, looking at things, looking things up. It just seems like routine news for the most part.
So, what would, where does Helio stand? Does he know where he's supposed to go next, or are we just...
He does. He absolutely does. And he knows what the purpose of all this was as well.
Okay, can you just send that to me then?
Yeah, sure.
Well, now that that place is behind us, time to talk business. Darius Mordicus, what say you to a proposition?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Helios, I've been running a little slim on propositions lately. Fact of the matter is, somehow I ended up being experimented on that ship after I was double-crossed after a job. So, turns out, I'm in need for some money, and I'm willing to listen to what you have to tell. In fact, I'm quite impressed with the skill you showed back there.
Well,
What do you have in mind?
I belong to a crew led by a man. A powerful man, a man worth following. That crew needs a security officer. And your deeds have reached our ears. Hence, that's why I infiltrated Ivo's lair.
It seems my reputation precedes me.
Indeed it has.
I'm more than willing to meet this man, then.
Excellent. As
It
for you
doesn't
two...
seem like I have many other options, though, does it?
Oh, you have. But if I were you, I would take this proposition.
Just nods.
As for you two, the choice is yours. The ship that I'm headed to could always do with good men. Or good beings.
He looks at subject I-26.
Subject I-26 is looking through a bunch of screens here. Again, it just seems like local, typical stuff that's going on, whatever channels are readily available as far as information. I would be interested in seeing this ship.
Would
the
Helios,
guard is just...
Would Helios... I guess he would. There's no issue with showing the ship that he's going to, right? It's not like it's some sort of a secret or...
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Doesn't need to know. Yeah, I mean, if he's committed, then at that point, they left this operation to your full discretion because they trust you.
Okay.
Well,
Do I know the name of the ship? I just PM'd you that. I'm not sure if there's a name for it.
I don't know that he's actually made one. Unfortunately, we've been waiting on. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look. I think he might have it on his sheet. Let me take a look.
Yeah, hopefully there won't be too many delays. I know he's had some real life stuff going on, so.
No, unfortunately, he hasn't had time for it. So was
Okay, so
whatever you want to call it.
nah, it's okay.
Other than
I
your
won't.
official name.
I won't say it. I won't say it.
well, where I'm taking you, few have been, and very many want to be. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. Many lifetimes. If we are lucky. For now, all I can say is stick with me, and you will have profit in your future. What say you?
I'm in agreement at this time.
And yourself? Do you even have a name? Or should I just call you God?
My name's Lewis, and he's sitting there. He's got his helmet off and leaned up. He's gonna be on the side of the hole. I mean, I did have a job. Now, I kind of need one.
Well, we will have one for you on the ship we are going to. But know this, that ship is tightly run, unlike Iowa's shitty lab. If I catch you slacking off, the airlock, you would wish for it. Catch my drift.
Don't imagine I catch many drifts in an airlock, but I'll read you.
Darius, prepare yourself. You're gonna have many an adventure up ahead.
It's what I was created for.
With
He looks
that,
at his weapon, checks the ammo, and reloads it.
Helios turns around, doesn't give any more information as to where he's headed, what the name of the ship, etc., and he starts punching in the coordinates to that place.
All right. And you head towards the ship, which belongs to House Thorn, under the command of Achilles Royal Thorn, the great rogue trader. And that is where we will go ahead and call it.
Nice. Stop recording.
Look